Hey guys, happy Sunday. And if it's not Sunday when you're watching this video, happy what day that is. So I hope everyone's weekend is going by pretty smoothly. I'm just sitting here chilling the most, and I had this thought come to mind, and I was like, you know what, I think I'm gonna do my next video on this. I'm getting together. I've got a lot of questions coming in, which I'm very thankful for. So by the way, guys, you are best. And thank you so much for your support, sending me, trusting me with your questions. I'm going to have all my questions down and doing a video probably, coming this week after maybe the show on Wednesdays We Talk Wellness, and just kind of answer those questions that have been coming my way. So I'm excited about that. It won't be on any specific topic, right? It's going to be the questions that y'all have sent me, and I'm just looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. So anyways, I had this epiphany kind of when, these things just kind of hit me, especially when I'm moving along my own journey. And so it resonates with me, and I'm like, I got to get on and I got to tell everybody what's going on up here and get it on out to you guys and just see what you think. And hopefully either it helps you or it just allows you to see a different perspective, or maybe it doesn't, but you know a friend that it could help out, maybe send it. So without further ado, the topic I'm getting into today is for single people, really. So this is kind of more for single people, but hey, you know what? Not that I ever wish anybody's relationship to end, but if it does, this is something you can use when you are single, if or when you become single again. So just want to put it on out there because I am single and I have put myself out there, but I also am, and I get a lot of advice I get moving forward with being single is when you stop looking, it will show up. So that's what this video is about, that specific statement. When you stop looking, that's when it shows up, or that's when, it happens. And I understand that people mean well when they say that, but it's probably, and no offense to anybody who said it, because I have told tons of people that. I'm all about, energy flow, and that has a lot to do with energy. But I think there are some misconceptions behind this statement that create a really confusing flow for ourselves, like our own personal inventory, and what that means and why it's confusing, and why I feel like I just need to get on here and clear some things up. So I could sit here and flap my gums for a long time. So guys, thank you for being patient through me beating around the bush a little bit. It's my brain sometimes. Anyways, so let's get into it. What does that statement mean? So a lot of people, I think it's one of the top generic things that we give single people in advice, but it's a statement that we say, but no one really goes into detail what exactly it means. I honestly don't think that people really understand what that means. The people just think, oh, okay, well, I guess when I'm not actively searching, then it'll show up. But the thing is that people think that if they stop actively searching means to just, hey, I'm gonna sit in my house and one day it's just gonna bonk me on the head and there's that person, my soulmate, right? Without having to go through the lessons, without having to go through the work, guys, it just doesn't happen. And I think that it's really easy, including myself for a long time, was easy to get stuck in this grandeur way of looking at things like, oh, this is just gonna magically fall in my lap. But guys, we have to operate through this world a certain way, and our mind gets in the way a lot. And so I think that when we're told, when you stop looking, that's when it'll come, then it's like, okay, I'll just stop everything I'm doing because then it's going to magically appear. So that's not it. That ain't it, girls and boys. That is not it at all. So what that statement means, it's not saying that you stop your search. It means pay attention to your mindset and your heart set, right? Where your heart is at, and where are you searching from? Are you searching from a place of lack? Are you watching, all of these different relationships play out in front of you? And then you're focused on why me? Why isn't it my turn? When will it be my turn? Why can't I just find anybody? Why, all of these whys, and all of this. You start to generate the energy flow from a place of lack, okay? So when we operate from a place of lack, then all we will continue to bring to us is more disappointment and more lack. And then we're stuck in that mindset, right? We're stuck there because not only are we wondering why it's not working, but it continuously keeps not working or not happening. And then we get far much further into that, like that pit of, this doesn't work. My luck sucks. And then that's the narrative we operate from. And that's the narrative that keeps happening. So how do we get into a place of not searching for a relationship to fill a void, a relationship to make us happy, thinking that a relationship will fill this void or this place of lack that we're operating from? That's what it means. Stop searching from a place of maybe desperation within yourself, saying, oh, I've got to find this. Oh, why not me? And then we kind of get to where we're just settling. We actually operate from a place of blindness. So we wonder when we need that instant gratification and we're working from a place of lack, and we don't focus on maybe the red flags or the signs or what people are actually telling us, because we want that feeling. And so what we do is we kind of force it to be what it is, and then we end up in disappointment because we didn't really take the time that we wanted. We wanted to focus on that instant gratification. But the thing is that if you're searching for instant gratification from a place of lack, just gonna keep getting disappointed, guys. It's true. Okay, so what does it really mean to let go of needing to find somebody into the flow of allowing all of the possibilities to happen for you, and allowing who's meant for you to come without trying to force it or make it be one specific person, or moving from that place of lack? First, focus on what makes you happy single. Focus on what makes you happy without having a counterpart. Now, as humans, we definitely seek that companionship, and we really want to be able to move in tandem with somebody intimately, as our best friend, as close can be. And so I think that we naturally seek out that type of fulfillment. But the thing is that when we focus on another person giving us that fulfillment, then when we do find somebody, and because we are focusing on them fulfilling something within us that really, honestly, we can only fulfill, then we find other people that are also operating from that space. And so they're also holding you to those expectations that maybe they're aware of. And so you're in this back and forth energy flow, and then it ends in disappointment, right? Because you're not both open to the unlimited possibilities, because you've attracted each other based on that same core output, right? You're both coming from a place of lack, and so therefore you meet each other's space feeling that way. So two people operating in a place of lack come together and try to have that instant gratification of fulfillment. And since you're both seeking it each other and you're not offering it to each other because you want each other to fulfill that, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. And so then what? Then you're like, here it goes again. My bad luck. Ew, bad. I never find the relationship that I want, but look at everybody else. And then we start focusing in that down spiral again. And then guess what? The same thing happens again. It does. So guys, I wanted to point something else out really quick with this that I think is very important. So when we are moving from a place of not being in lack, but understanding that we can fulfill our own needs to a certain degree without having to depend on someone to do it, then on that journey, you're going to be met with challenges and obstacles and lessons in the form of potential partners that maybe you allowed yourself to be attracted to coming from that place of lack. These partners are going to be presenting themselves to you as kind of tests, right? We don't just, when we change how we see things, we're going to have to go through certain tests and certain situations to operate and move from that new intent with ourselves, right? So you may be happy as a little clam, right? But if an obstacle comes and then you allow yourself to go right back into that old mindset, then and instead of moving from the new mindset, then you're back to square one and you got to start all over again, essentially. And then that's just frustrating. So know that these tests are going to show up. People are going to try you. I'll give you an example. When I was working through my own like personal growth and healing behind why I was attracted to men that were unavailable for me in a certain way. They could be emotionally unavailable, physically unavailable, you know, any type of unavailability, right? And I had to look at what was the deal. Like, look at my own self. What's happening? Why are you coming from that place? Because I'm the common denominator, right? So if I continually am finding men and throwing myself into them that are unavailable for me, all the while trying to show them why they should be available, then there's a common denominator, and that's myself. So took a look at myself, right, just like everybody does, and then I started to work through that, right? And so once I started to work through that, and I started operating from a place of self-worth and knowing that someone who is available to me will show up as it moves, I go through obstacles, and I have guys that pop up that aren't available for me in the ways that I need. And I have to understand that if that person isn't available for me in the ways that I need, then I don't push it, right? Don't push, don't even go forward. Because just because a man is giving you attention, or a woman in guys' situations is giving you attention, that doesn't necessarily mean they're the one for you. They may be a lesson disguised on how you're going to handle yourself moving forward after the lessons that you have created, lessons you've moved through, I'm sorry. And so these obstacles and these things pop up. Maybe people from our past pop up to give us a second chance at doing it better, or doing it right, or making things right. But if we don't choose to do that, then we don't choose to do that. There's just all these different lessons. We never know why it's appearing, but that's the beauty of it. And the beauty of these lessons is that self-inventory and working within yourself to not operate from a place of lack. And so when you stop operating from that place, but also, hey, I'm open to the possibilities. I'm gonna go out with friends and dinner without the intention, like, I've got to meet someone today. We stop moving from that sense of urgency in finding someone, and we start to become that person and love what's going on in our lives. And then you just surrender to the process and allow things to be. And whenever these connections pop up on your radar and stuff, have discernment, be calm, be patient, and really listen to what people are telling you, because, you know, we ourselves have a lot to learn moving forward as we interact with others about ourselves on a daily basis, guys. So be more self-aware, be open to the unlimited possibilities, stop moving from a place of lack. So what it means when someone says, guys, when you stop looking, it shows up. It means when you stop looking from a place of lack, and you start being just open to what can happen for you, and understanding how to make yourself happy and enjoy your moments while you're alone. Guys, move from a place of abundance and self-fulfillment. And I'm telling you, it'll happen eventually. And if it doesn't, trust the process. Timing may be everything. We have free will. Maybe the person meant for you is still going through some lessons and they're not there just yet. Guys, there's so many different factors. Don't be too hard on yourself through the process, because you deserve all the love that it is you seek. Give it to yourself. Be willing and open to the possibilities, and you got this. All right, thanks for taking time to watch my video, guys. Bye.